I always kind of joke that some days I'm like, man, I really could just, go live somewhere, maybe go live on a beach and sell coconuts, but inevitably I would end up finding out that the native coconut farmers are, being, extracted from by some like capitalist coconut structure. And before I know it, I'm like in a coconut advocacy war or something like that. Like that's just in my DNA from my mom. When I came back from school, her car had been illegally towed by the city. And so she fought them pro se and won. And that's how she kind of got back into the community advocacy work and ended up writing like this 200-page document that she bound and gave to all the commissioners called A Case for Change. Really talking about the systemic issues that are keeping people in our area low income and people of color oppressed. I actually was working with my mom. She was creating this organization. At that time, it was called the Historic Northeast-Midtown Association. She and 13 other neighborhood presidents created this organization to really be a link between the resources that are available in our community, specifically the local city resources and the neighborhoods, the 10 square mile area known as Northeast KCK. And so we started out with that base contract to be a neighborhood and business revitalization organization. And I was on the board for about a year or two. And so they decided to hire an executive director, but they didn't have a lot of money to like guarantee a salary. So I was willing to just kind of do the work and build the organization and find the money to pay for my own salary and find the money to pay for programs. And so I came on March 2015. Everything that we've done over these last 10, 11 years has been because a community member has stated a need. So we got involved in parks when one of our neighborhood associations came to us and said, we've raised $1,500 that we want to put into our park and we can't get the unified government to call us back so that we can make these improvements. Or, we really enjoy Jersey Creek, but the benches are broken, the tunnel is unsafe, so we worked with Youth Build and other advocates to repair those benches and get lighting in. We have 2 different vacant lot revitalization projects we're working with our green team, which are young adults who are part-time employees with the organization, and they co-design and implement those projects with the neighborhoods. So they're working in the Douglas Sumner neighborhood and in the Turtle Hill neighborhood to revitalize 2 lots those neighbors have identified. And then they're doing a climate preparedness and land restoration project that helps implement our Northeast KCK Heritage Trail Plan to bring to life one of the aspects of the Northeast Area Master Plan. Because we believe that plans are great, but unless there's someone to implement them, they just sit on a shelf. Our organization is not a single issue organization, so we don't just focus on environmental justice or climate justice. We don't just focus on food justice and food sovereignty work. We don't just focus on youth development. We do all of that, and that's because we were set up to work with the residents of Northeast KCK and all the various things that they deal with in their lives, right? We know that others see land as an asset. We see land as something we need to be in mutually beneficial relationship with. And as a part of the work we're doing, we know there's a large possibility that it could flow into greenlining, that it could end up displacing the residents with whom we're doing this work. So we are actually working to codify some equitable economic development policies to prevent the displacement of our residents from this community. And my mom has always asked this, and it's something that sticks in my head is, okay, you do this thing, but what will be left behind? After someone comes in and does the plan or they do the study or what have you, are the people in a better off position? Could they themselves do that next time? And I think that's really the crux of self-determinism, right? And it doesn't have to be as complicated as people make it seem. If people can remember me as someone who helped when help was needed, then I think that would be good enough for me.